What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for Thursday, the old Thirsty Thursday, February 16th, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast. Ooh, we are almost to 500, but actually by the time you're listening to this, we could be over 500 subscribers. Insane. I am so thankful for you guys. We've had a ton of people jump on board recently, and to the new and to the old gods, thank you. Sorry, I've been rewatching Game of Thrones lately, so everything is new gods and the old gods. Anyway, TBC Amazon gift card giveaway. It's not too late to enter. You can get in there. We're going to do the drawing on Sunday, so you can pop in there. You can become number 501 or 502, still win the card. So we're going to be doing this every 100 subs. So at 600, at 700, 800. So, but you do have to comment on the video on YouTube. Okay, that's one caveat. I've gotten a couple questions. You have to comment because the random comment chooser that I'm going to use only will let me choose one video. So you got to comment on the Amazon gift card giveaway video. I'll include it in the notes for this episode. So click on that, comment, like, subscribe, and you're good to go. So like I said, we'll be doing that this Sunday in our TBC live weekly show. So check it out, and best of luck to everybody. Today, we're talking about, that's 8 p.m. Eastern, by the way, on the YouTube Live. Just want to make sure you guys knew that. We took last week off from because of the Super Bowl, so we are back. Anyway, today we're talking about Jim Knowles and the Buckeye defense. How will Jim Knowles improve this defense? We made leaps and bounds from 2021 to 2022, but how's he going to improve that defense from 22 to 23? Because as we saw in the last two games of the season, big plays are the Achilles heel of this defense, and they reared their ugly head, or heel in this case. We got kicked in the balls by those heels. Anyway, how's he going to improve this defense and fix those holes? Because Ryan Day said it clearly just recently. He said, quote, no, I mean, we can't give up the big plays like that. That hurt us in the last two games. I mean, there's no secret there. Too many big plays. And if we're going to win those games, we can't give up big plays like that. Was that the only problem? No, but I think Jim knows that, and that's something we've got to get fixed this offseason. So pulling no punches, mincing no words, clear cut, black and white. You got to fix this, Jim Knowles, coming from the head man himself. So Jim Knowles talked all season last year about how you could give up about 5 explosive plays per game. And now Day's like, no, fuck that shit. Strongly disagrees, especially for a championship caliber college football team like Ohio State. You cannot give that up. So in year 2, Jim Knowles says he doesn't think that sweeping schematic changes are necessary. He thinks implementing more of his scheme. So apparently they haven't gotten to all of it yet, even though at points during the season, he was like, oh, we did a half. We've gotten a 90%. We gotten a 65%. It's like just throwing out random numbers every week. So still installing the scheme, apparently. And then his next point is making the right calls in the moment. Yeah. Probably don't need to blitz on a 3rd and long that leaves your corner in one-on-one situation where he doesn't make the tackle and the receiver goes 75 down the sideline. Yeah, still chaps my ass. All right. So anyways, fixing technical errors made by players at key moments. He said, quote, it haunts me all the time, but I mean, switching things up, that's not the answer, because I think we do that well enough. I think when you look at the extensiveness of our package and the different calls, extensiveness of our package. Anyway, no, clean it up. There's no time. The different calls. We had enough change-ups. Anytime a play goes bad, I always went to critique myself on the call on that play in that situation. If I had it back, what would I do? And those things are the things that keep me up. So in year one, he came in last year. He wanted to get the players' trust. He believes that the players can push harder. He can push buttons on individual players. So obviously, he's not holding back this season. This is year two. He said, now that I'm coming into year two, I've got to be more demanding and push and put more steam on the players individually on the preciseness of the technique. So look for more of this going forward: technique, precision, detail, putting it on the players. This has been a lot of his preseason, transition from year one to year two. Year one, he put it all on himself. Year two, he's starting to look in the player's direction. Okay. He also went on to say, I got to really bear down. You're coming in the first year and you want to make sure that you make that connection with everybody. And now's the time for me to use it. I need to use that connection. And now I need to push and hone down on those techniques because we have enough film now to show, quote, look at this technique. It's the same play that we did here. And then we gave it up here. So the bear is in the detail, and that's what we really need to push. So now going to that point, he has these points he can refer back to going forward with the players, and like you said, there's film now, there's video. That's what we're spending our time going through right now. Initially, even before we move on to talk about the system and where we want to go with it, we're talking about each player individually, because you can pull their plays and you can look at their strengths and weaknesses. So now that I have a year under my belt, my job is to say, okay, with the guys we have coming back, what do they do best? And talk about those things. It's not what I know, but what they do best. And now we have the video to look at that. So going into spring, how is he going to improve this defense? He said they'll try a few new things in spring. It's more important in spring practice to instill airtight technique, understanding of the fundamentals to avoid the costly errors, right? He said, I think the experimentation part of it, which is always fun for guys to get creative to do, is probably 25%, but 3/4 of it has to be getting better at the base techniques, looking at the explosive plays, things that might have hurt us, being able to show those players and then saying, okay, this is how we're going to fix that. Not necessarily with a call or a creativity, because I like that. And I put a lot of onus on myself to do that. He said, anytime a defense doesn't work, I blame myself, but that's not the world the players live in. They live in, okay, how are you going to make me better, coach, at these fundamentals and techniques? So you have to invest at least 3/4 of spring ball doing that and getting better. So technique, details. That is how this defense is going to get better. You got to hope that having younger players will be easier to coach. Guys like Ronnie Hickman that were in the system for 4 years in different systems. They had probably 3 different DCs at one point. Probably picked up some bad habits. I'm not putting it all on him, but I'm saying that's just an example of guys that were around for multiple years. And, it could have been their technique was a little sloppy for this defense. So anyways, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget, hop in that Amazon TBC TBC gift card giveaway video. Drop a comment and we will draw it Sunday night. All right. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.